And this one is actually really, really tough one. A lot of kids get this one wrong. So think about everything that you learn. And in this one, it has a lot of hard vocab words, but also has the transitions. Plus, it's a double fill in the blank, right? So, although usually polite. So, although usually polite and blank. So it's and, not a but, right? So it has to be the same things, right? So it has to be the same things. And polite and blank. So you can't have a negative word over here, right? So you can't have, let's see, what can we look at that's, negative? So we can't have D, right? Dismissive, meaning you're rejecting other people's opinions and thoughts, right? So D doesn't work. When meeting friends, Kelly was too reserved, right? She wasn't just reserved, means she's quiet, not sociable. She's very, very, reserved. She's quiet, to be truly blank. So this is a really, really tough question, right? She's polite and something, but, she was too reserved to be something, right? Let's check out all the answer choices. Yeah, she was polite and joyous. Yes, that's good, right? Positive, positive, but conventional, to be too normal. Does that work? Let's come back to that. What about B? She's cordial, means she's very, very warm. And how can you remember this? Learn the roots. COR means heart, right? So she's really, really warm-hearted. She's friendly, right? She's polite and friendly, right? When she was meeting her friends, but she was too reserved. She was too quiet to be truly blank. And effusive means overly expressive of your emotions, right? It's overflowing with emotion. So that can work. Let's check out the other ones just to make sure. What about C? She's polite and restrained, means, she's reserved, right? When meeting her friends, Kelly was too reserved to be ever gracious. I know they give you the word restrain and that matches reserved, but how does that match with polite? Just because you're polite, it doesn't mean you have to be restrained. And gracious means you're doing well at something. You do something very, very smoothly, right? So that doesn't work. What about E? She's very, very genial. Genial means you're sociable, right? Polite and sociable, that works, right? Kelly was too reserved to be truly antisocial. No, that doesn't work because she's naturally kind of, I don't want to say antisocial, but she's reserved. So she was too reserved to be reserved. Does that make any sense? No, that makes no sense at all. So you really only have choice A and B, right? She's joyous and cordial. That matches. But conventional meaning normal and effusive, right? So the better answer probably is B because why? She's polite and warm-hearted. She's friendly, but she's too reserved to be showing a lot of emotions, right? She's nice. She's a nice person, but we can't consider her to be effusive, overflowing with emotions because she's reserved. That makes sense as opposed to just being normal, right? So the answer is B. So this question was really, really tough because they give you a lot of hard vocabulary words, but also this phrase, she's too reserved to be blank. I think that phrase is actually quite difficult.